Coming to you from the Spit Studios in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, this is the Spit Sports Show. Well, I mean, at least we've got one Canucks team that's pretty sick. I mean, you take what you can get, I guess. The Abbotsford Canucks are up 3-1 against the Charlotte Checkers in the Calder Cup Finals with the chance to win the Cup tonight on home ice. Big stories from Game 4 would be Lecker finally coming out of his shell for 2 goals. I mean, one of them was just about the easiest goal I've ever seen in my life, and the other one wasn't much harder, but, I mean, goals are goals. Arstete Bains is still on fire after his 4-point night in Game 3. He has been unbelievable in this series, but to me, the storyline that more people should be talking about is not any player on the ice, but a man on the bench. And I'm obviously talking about head coach Manny Malhotra because, in my opinion, not hiring him as the Canucks' head coach, or at least waiting for this playoff run to be over before making their head coaching decision, is just looking dumber and dumber. And we're still 2 months out from NHL training camp, 3 months out. And the reason why I say that is because a few reasons. First of all, Abbotsford's whole identity this playoff run has been determined by coaching. They consistently run 4 lines. They throw waves of players at you. Obviously, that has a lot to do with the fact that Abbotsford's roster is so good that you can roll 4 lines. But obviously, that has something to do with the head coach making sure that the line combinations are so that all 4 can be comfortable playing in a variety of different situations. Team effort has been the calling card of this franchise, or this team, I should say, for this season. Their forecheck has been easily the best part of their games. Obviously, their breakout has gotten better as the season has gone on. That's tracked with the miraculous midseason turnaround that this team has gone through. But their forecheck, their effort, they have 6 guys over 10 points these playoffs. And in every single series, he's made a huge adjustment that has helped change the momentum of the entire league, this entire franchise, this entire playoff run. So in the Tucson Roadrunner series, they survived Christian Wolanin injuries. Lecker was out. Nate Smith was out. And he was just able to readjust lines so Baines could be more productive. Linus Carlson was really good in that series. During the Firebird series, Seelovs had the worst period I've seen him play maybe in his entire AHL career. He gave up 3 goals on 8 shots, which is just crazy to think back on now with how well he's been playing. But Malhotra made the bold decision of pulling him and replacing him with Nikita Tolopilo. I think that's how you say it. Anyways, they went for the backup, and then they absolutely just stifled Coachella's offense for the rest of that series. I think they scored 2 goals the rest of the way and won that series easily. And then Colorado and Texas, those next 2 series, he didn't necessarily do anything groundbreaking, but he readjusted the defensive pairs a couple of times, and obviously Seelov's played out of his mind. And the thing that makes this so impressive is coming into this playoff run, this season rather, the coaching staff was almost entirely new people. New video guy, new assistant coaches, new equipment managers. Everything was brand new and fresh. And it's tough to build cohesion during a year, especially in the AHL when guys are going up and down throughout the roster. You don't exactly know who you're going in with every single game. It's tough to not have that type of bond between the coaching staff to where you have something consistent to lean on throughout the year. They didn't have that, and it just hasn't mattered so far because, again, Malhotra has done such a good job with his adjustments and clearly his motivation. And besides the fact that I think he's done a tremendous job this year, the fact that the Canucks went with Adam Foote specifically is another reason why I think the decision to proactively, I should say, hire him so he wouldn't go with Talkett to Philly, I think was a short-sighted move because typically in all sports, when you fire your next coach is going to be someone of the opposite archetype. So if you have a player's coach, a pretty loose kind of guy, offensive minded maybe, you'll usually bring in a disciplinarian as your next coach because that format wasn't working for you guys. You want to flip, you want a completely new voice. If you have a disciplinarian, you might want a more loose kind of coach. But what you're doing with hiring Foot after Talkett is Foot. Obviously, I've never seen him coach an NHL game. I've heard him speak, I don't know, 4 or 5 times. But from everything I'm reading and everything I'm hearing, he's just a chip off the Talkett block. Very rugged, defensive focused, not much offensive system involved from what I can tell. Malhotra is absolutely the more progressive coach in that way. So you want to bring in someone who has a different kind of voice, especially for a team that has been so boring, for lack of a better word, these last couple of years to watch. Drive a bit of excitement into the franchise with a new coach who clearly has a different kind of vision for what this team should be doing on their forecheck, specifically, which leads to offense. Anyways, the other fact is it's just such a good story. Like, if you guys don't know, Manny Malhotra was an NHL player before he was a coach, and he played for the Canucks when he got hit by a puck in his left eye in 2011. Injury cost him most of the vision in that eye, and it forced him to miss Vancouver's Stanley Cup final run that year when they ended up losing to Boston in 7. He came back to the team the next season, but he was in a much reduced role as flatly management didn't think he was the same player anymore after that. So in that position, you can do a lot of things. But what he decided to do was come back to the scene of the crime, the organization where his career was altered. Do not call it quits. And if I can't play, I'm going to find another way to make a huge impact on this organization. And he's done that. And I think it's super impressive, and I'm super disappointed in the fact that the Canucks were so scared of losing Adam Foote. I think it's because Quinn Hughes vouches for him so much. They were so scared of losing that they proactively decided to hire Talkett's assistant as a head coach. And I think you need a different type of voice in that room if you're going to make any big changes to the strategy, the motivation, all of the things that come with coaching. And we've seen that throughout the history of sports, in football, in basketball, soccer. You want a different archetype of coach, manager, whatever it is, after the other guy was fired, because it injects new life into the team, or it has in years past. That's just my opinion, though. Obviously, please let me know in the comments below. Are you guys excited about the Adam Foote hiring? Would you have preferred Malhotra? Are the Canucks going to close it out tonight? Let me know down below. I'm small enough as to where I can read all comments and love doing so, so drop something down there. Please leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Please subscribe if you really enjoyed it. The Spit Sports Show, just at over 400 subscribers. Big things happening on this channel. And as always, I will see you all in the next one. Peace out. I love you guys.